So this is a clarification and addendum to a previous video. I think it was almost maybe 20 days ago or something. Nar hits me up. And for those who just follow the drama and don't play on Horizon, Nar, how can I put it? Who's someone in real life who just has like, okay, it's 1992 and Nar is Michael Jordan. I'll put it that way. Okay, he got the real drip. He got a D ring. He got the drip ring. You know what I'm saying? He hits me up and is just like, yo, I like your videos, but there's some context you're missing. And I hate having inaccuracies. The whole point of this channel is it's supposed to be a historical, factual account of things. So, Nar, he's like, you know, it'd be easier to just voice chat this with you. So, I'm like, all right, for sure. So I grab a cigarette and I go outside my back porch, and the voice call ends up being 30 minutes. So I was like, you know, probably should have brought more cigarettes with me, you know. But Nar explained things in pretty explicit detail, and you know, he's not. Thanks for flying over my house. Thanks for breaking my cow lamp. Anyway, you know, he didn't have a horse in this race, right? He's not in either of these shells. He just knows what actually happened and the extenuating circumstances that resulted in that. You know, like he explained a lot of things in explicit detail, and to that end, I would like to apologize to Rexy. I definitely was a bit harsh in the way I was talking toward that person. So that's my bad. I genuinely wasn't looking at it enough from the human perspective as to how a group of people is made to feel when all that is going on around them. And honestly, that the way Nar kind of described it, and I'm going to poke fun at you for using the term grievous wound like 500 times, but at the same time, that is what it was. That's what it felt like for these people, okay? Some people take physical damage, some people take emotional damage, some people take psychic damage, you know, and these people were genuinely feeling some, you know, real hurt. For all, you know, whether it's feelings of betrayal or whatever, it's just, it doesn't feel good. Okay. At that point, it's like a toxic, abusive relationship where it's like, oh yeah, well, we have to live in the same house, but we don't like each other, type situation. And that don't feel good at all. So, you know, I've been thinking for 20 days or something at this point, like, man, I really should probably make a video clarifying what happened and all that. But then, and I know some people in the audience are going to want to throw tomatoes, banana peels at me. I started talking to Senko in DMs, because for some reason him and I just vibe with each other. I don't know, dude. Friggin', I hung out with people from the Bay Area to Merced, and you know, kind of like this weird triangle. I hung out with people from there for like 14, 15 years or something. I dated a girl from Merced, even like down here below LA. Like, you know, she moved on down here, and it's just like, okay, I'm still around people from this culture and in this part of California, so I don't know. Like, I don't have a problem with people from there. I understand the way they talk and what they're trying to say. You know, like, honestly, 80% of what we say is through things other than words, frankly. So, I don't know. I don't have a problem with Senko. So, we were talking, And at one point, he tells me, like, the exact same thing that Nar had told me 20 days prior. And neither of them have anything to do with each other. So at that point, I'm like, yo, I got two witnesses at this point telling me the exact same thing. Like, okay, maybe not exact same, but 98% the exact same thing. This is what happened for this reason. And then it caused this to happen, which caused this to happen. And then this happened. This person did this, which caused this to happen. And this to... like the same freaking thing. Okay. At that point, I'm like, all right, this is definitely factually what happened. And I think the best way I can completely sum up why everything happened the way it did is that Raging is a little punk ass fuck boy. When you have authority and seniority in a link shell, you go around making shit up, you know. Freaking, this is like some undercover Crip bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's fucking scandalous. And man, Raging, you a petty ass motherfucker. That's some petty ass bullshit, dude. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing I can really say about it. If either you or your parents were at least the type of people who had an iota of the capability of feeling shame, I'm sure there's something I could say to get through to you, but there's no point in me even attempting to do so because you're a sack of inhuman waste and I don't really give a fuck to correct you. Ente's cool. Just to re-clarify that again. I think people jumped on Entei back then again, and just to re-clarify, I think people were out of line for that. Entei got lied to by Raging and manipulated by him because Raging is a little wannabe freaking piece of shit. And, you know, he trusted what his leadership was telling him. You can't fault the person for doing that. So anyway, yeah, there's a clarification to all that. I'm going to go drink a raw egg or something with some cayenne pepper and work off this hangover. But, oh man, actually, oh, dude, I have a meat stick out here. Oh man, I forgot I stashed this away. Dude, this is a good morning. Hell yeah. Get some protein up in. Anyway, friggin', you know, that's it. That it is what it is. And to all the people who felt slighted by, you know, this is the funny thing. Again, I want to point at least this out, is that both Nar and Senko pointed out where it's like, it's the 10% of the ultra elitists looking down on the other people who helped them get all their stuff in the first place, reconfiguring themselves into, you know, a superior shell. And again, I still look at that impartially. I mean, honestly, I look at it as the same way a person in a virology lab would be looking at the way germs and microbes move about and cluster together. Yeah, that's what I'm comparing endgame shells to. But it's just a thing that happens. But it is unfortunate when there are people who actually genuinely feel slighted by emotionless sacks of shit, inhuman waste bags, incapable of living life correctly. Forget about their own humanity because they obsessively live behind a screen and have turned themselves into a machine that can only think with their slide rulers and their spreadsheets. What a magical game Final Fantasy XI is, isn't it? 20 years later, and it is still the greatest spectrograph to look into the human psyche. Amazing. Thank y'all for listening. Hope y'all have a good one. And because mentioning God apparently makes some of you puke blood because you have evil spirits possessing you, God bless. Jesus loves you. Hope you have a good one. Later.